boy Mark the Mentor. Are you ready to take your trucking business to the next level? With Trucks.pro, you get access to the best load board in the game, giving you the tools to find higher paying loads and streamline your operation. And right now, you can try the Pro plan free for 30 days, a $159 value. Click the link in the description to claim your free Pro plan and start making smarter moves for your trucking business today.
Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sweet.
What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Come on in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. We're going to get straight to it. So today. Listen. I was chilling last month. You didn't see no streams really. Just the wise man. Fell back in the cut, chilling, man in my business. Did a reaction video after dark with Mark. Friendly video, just a reaction video. Satire, but there was encouragement in it. Somebody took it the wrong way. Tried to explain it to them. They wasn't hearing it. They wanted to come over here and make it seem like they wanted to have a conversation, then wanted to attack my faith and this, that, and the other. Okay, cool. No problem. We react to another video. They make an 80-minute video that should have been a testimonial, because that's how they promoted it, as a testimony. And it turned out to be an 80-minute attack. 80 minutes. I was called a fake Christian. I was painted as everything but a child of God. Cool. Still no response to the content. No response to the refrigerator. No response to the pack job. No response to the Dolly, claims. Shit. Nothing. Not even a thank you. Man, Mark, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't be wheeling dollies through cribs. I didn't know how to take a TV off the wall. It makes sense. I went behind. You're right. I shouldn't take a TV out of the wall while it's still on the bracket, suspended in midair. They decided to make an 80-minute video. And I've always told people that one of my biggest resources is time. And sometimes I have to utilize my time to, fight battles. And normally the battles are based on information and content, which is very healthy. I invite those. It keeps me sharp. It keeps the creative juices flowing. It keeps me mentally, mental challenges keep you mentally sharp. Never once have I come into an information war where someone repeatedly goes outside the realm of the content with personal shit. And then, the faith thing, this is crazy to me. All right. So boom, he gave me 80 minutes. He gave me 80 minutes of calling me a fake Christian. I got to give him 80 minutes. It's only fair. Pick up a stick. Your content is your stick, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going to get into it today. We are going to get into it today. Don't worry about it. I got you. Today, we are going to take a special delivery, returning. No, we ain't going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at this one. We're going to take a look at two videos today. And we got time. We got time today. We ain't going to rush through it. We got time. We're going to break this down. we gonna get to the bottom of this shit today. We gonna get to the bottom of it today. Let me move me over there. I like me on the left. I'm broke off to the left. You dig what I'm saying? I'm broke off to the left. All right, we're gonna break me off to the left. You dig? All right, so boom. It's two videos that I wanna get down with today. And this is the first one. A lot of misinformation in this one, guys. And I'm going to get into it. I don't want to spoil. Listen, y'all in for a treat today. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. For those that came in late, I got a little message for you. All right, somebody tag CJ too. Get him in here. If I see him in the chat, you know, we'll drop linkage. We'll drop linkage. You know, Big Mark always drop linkage. You know, a lot of your favorite content creators, you know, back in the day when they stopped live streaming now because we created a culture. I created a culture of linkage. So people can't run no more because when you go to the channel, and then you get faced with adversity, you can't block people no more. You got to step up to the challenge because they be like, well, damn, Mark over in there dropping linkage on his channel. When we come over there and we oppose something, he gonna drop the link and then we gonna have the conversation. Mark drop linkage, tell him to come on over here, and if I see him in the chat, we'll drop linkage and we can have the conversation. But today we got two videos, and one of them, listen, I am not going to spoil a surprise for you. I'm not going to spoil a surprise for you. Make sure you come on and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, so I'll post notifications.
All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. We're about to get right into it. So I just want to do something a little different. I wanted to go over a Dolly delivery that I did. So as you guys know, I'm still in the Dolly standoff, and I will be doing a follow-up video. But I just want to show you, this is based on a question that I got. So I want to show you why I operate the way I do. Dolly has a lot of rules and terms that I don't agree with, but they're their own company, so they could do whatever they want. Whatever rules they have, we're supposed to follow it. I do workarounds. I work around some of the terms that they have, and I want to kind of explain why. So these are their terms of service. A lot of the deliveries I do is with Best Buy, doing appliance deliveries, and these are the rules that the customer gets. So Best Buy is supposed to give a copy of this to the customer. They're supposed to be aware of this. I actually send the customer a message myself, pretty much reminding them of these rules. The most important one, which is the one that's in bold, is the removing of doors, right? So we don't remove the doors to the customer's house for the refrigerator to fit in the house, and we don't remove the refrigerator doors, you know, for the item to fit. It's supposed to be a drop-off only.
Now, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that. According to Dolly, you're not supposed to remove the doors to the home or to the actual item. So maybe that describes why he didn't remove the doors to the refrigerator from the video that reviewed. Or does it? Or does it? Now, the terms say don't do it. This is a gig app. And that may explain why he didn't remove them that day. Or does it? Let's see.
So the customer is supposed to be prepared. They're supposed to be prepared to remove their door themselves if they need to, or have someone there that can do it. And you're supposed to just walk it in, drop it off, and that's it. You don't take the trash. You don't do anything. Just drop it off. It is room of choice, so it has to go into the room that they want it. So sometimes they'll go in the garage, or most of the time it's going to go in the kitchen, obviously. Washer and dryer, stuff like that. You know, you're supposed to know. The customer is supposed to let you know if you have to go upstairs. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. That's not the purpose of this video. So I just want to show you why I operate the way I do, and why making the delivery is more important to me than me making extra money. Because Dolly has it in their terms where if the customer is not prepared, or they're unable to remove their door, and let's say I have a refrigerator and it doesn't fit, I have the ability to take the refrigerator back. I could take it back to the store and I can make double. So if the pay is, say, $80, I could take it back to the store and I'll receive $160. That sounds very good, right? For you as a driver, the delivery driver. And a lot of people tell me to do that. Just do that. Just take it back and make extra money. I'm going to explain this video. I'm going to explain why I don't do that. I choose not to do that. That is an absolute last resort.
All right. So right there, he said he chooses to go outside the scope of Dolly's rules and regulations, their terms of service, whatever you want to call it. He says, I'm not going to do what Dolly tells me to do. He don't believe in rules. Pay attention.
I want to make the delivery. That's a business decision. And I know I've been going kind of back and forth on this. You know, I've said before that, you know what, I'm just going to follow the rules. It's Dolly rules. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that people don't think about. And that's what I'm going to point out in this video. And I care about the customer. I care about the retail store. And
Cap, you don't care about the customer. And I'm going to prove to you why. You care about you. I'm going to show you in a minute. Don't hold on, though. Hold on. I'm going to show you. Hey, man, somebody tell him, man, day two, man, tell him come over here, man, holler at your pimp, man, you did.
You know, the service that I provide, and I am representing my business. So when I do a Dolly, I'm not representing Dolly. I'm representing my business, my personal business.
Cap, so, no, you're not. You a goddamn lie. You a goddamn lie. You a goddamn lie. You a damn, listen, big screen. You a damn lie. You are absolutely representing Dolly. You're representing the retailer, which is Best Buy. You're representing Dolly, and you're representing your company. You are a lie in the truth. That's why we played The Devil Is a Lie on the intro music, because the devil is a lie. You are absolutely representing Dolly. You are there on behalf of Dolly. So how are you not representing them? Fool. How you not representing them when you there on behalf of them? You are there on behalf of Dolly, fool. You are there on behalf of Best Buy and Dolly. You don't have the resources to deal with a consumer directly. Best Buy does. Why? Because they sell the products. Point of purchase, POP. This is where the delivery sale was made, at the point of purchase. You don't have that access. They have partnerships with third-party logistics companies. And today, gig apps. Why? Because people are not as patient. So gig apps can help provide more on-demand service. And this is what you do, gigger. So you're representing Best Buy. You're also there representing Dolly, and you're representing yourself. You are a lie. You a lie. I can't. And this is a business, supposedly business channel that's saying these things, but you want to mess with Big Mark. You want to mess with Big Mark, and this is the rhetoric that you over there spewing. And then you wondering why you getting $125 claim. See, everybody thought he was on his side. Oh, yeah, you can't let him treat you like that. I'm going to get to it, though. I'm going to get to it. Talking about you don't represent Dolly. You represent man, you represent Dolly. The retailer don't even know who you is. The retailer deal with Dolly. They don't know you, gigger. The retailer don't know you, gigger. They deal with goddamn it, Dolly. And whatever 3PL. They let the gig app deal with the gigger. Talking about you in the best interest of the retail company don't want to talk to you, gigger. They talk to the gig company. They talk to the master. You better leave Big Mark alone. Somebody tell him to leave me alone. Somebody tell him to leave me alone. He ain't ready. He ain't ready for the information. He damn sure ain't ready for the content. He can't do it better than Big Mark. This why, come on, big dog. Leave me alone, gigger.
About the customer, I care about the retail store. And a lot of things that people don't think.
Hey, be patient. Hey, listen, y'all in for a treat. We're going to take our time today. Don't worry about it. It's slow at the gym today. People start falling off around Wednesday so we can get to our machines. We got a little time today. Don't worry about it.
You know, I've said before that, you know what, I'm just going to follow the rules. It's Dolly rules. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that people don't think about. And that's what I'm going to point out in this video. And I care about the customer. I care about the retail store. And you know, the service that I provide, and I am representing my business. So when I do a Dolly, I'm not representing Dolly. I'm representing my business, my personal business. So
you are representing Dolly. The customer don't know your personal business, fool. They know Dolly, and they know Best Buy.
Anyways, I just wanted to give you time to kind of read these. I'm not going to read it. You should have been able to read it. These are their terms. So this is a refrigerator delivery, and this is what the customer agrees to. So before I show you this, I want to show you a video of a delivery, and then I'll show you my delivery. So hold on just a second. So this is a delivery. It looks like independent contractors. It's a man and a woman, and they're making a delivery for Lowe's. And I just want you to watch it. I want you to watch it, and I'll give my thoughts on it.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Let me see. Yep. Okay, what do you want?
In the house.
Oh, she wanted it in the house. What is that, a propane something?
It's a gas. But yeah, propane, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. She wanted it in the house. You want it outside the box?
You're probably going to have to.
Where's it go?
Into the kitchen.
What is this?
That's it's like a stove.
What do you want in it?
She wants it in the kitchen.
I don't fit through here. If it don't fit through here, we leave with my son, all right?
It will fit through there. You can take the door off, or you can contact Lowe's. I don't like your attitude.
No, we're not going to.
Whose attitude?
The way you're talking to me is sharp.
No, he was explaining to you that.
Just explain it. So if you don't like my attitude, I could just leave to deal with Lowe's. Want me to do that? That'll work better?
You're not going to leave me. You'll take it with you.
I'll take it with me. I don't have a problem with that. Call Kristen.
Just remember, you're on video.
All right, so this guy was a no-nonsense guy. No nonsense. You could tell, I'm not going to pass judgment on him. I'm just basing it on what I saw. He's in a rush. He likes to knock the delivery out, in and out. He don't play no games. He's going to stick to the rules. So he is by the book.
He's not sticking to the rules. So you said you wasn't going to make judgment. You shouldn't, because you've never done appliance delivery in a professional manner before. And when I say professional manner, dealing with the 3PL. All right. So you're wrong. He's wrong. And I'm going to tell you why.
Basically, he told her that if it doesn't fit through the door, we take it back.
And that's cap. All right. So when you buy something from Lowe's or when you buy something from Home Depot, there's a few different options that you get, right? One of the options is you can pick it up from the warehouse yourself. Obviously, if you pick it up from the warehouse yourself, it's your responsibility to transport it to your home, get it in, and do the hookup yourself. All right. The other option is delivery. Home Depot, Lowe's, I don't know, make your choice. Listen, if you decide to have the delivery, it's going to be full service. Why? Because they're bringing it to the home. They're going to make sure it works, right? That's what they're going to do. They're going to do the hookup. They're going to do the install. They're going to make sure it works. There's upsells from there. 1-in-1, haul the old appliance away. All right. You order a new appliance. Now you have to do all new hookups. Can't use the old hookups. You order a washer and dryer, even though the hoses are there from your previous washer and dryer, they won't hook it up unless you buy new hoses and new hookup, new vent thing, new hoses and everything. They were supposed to take it out of the box, bring it in, do the hookup, right? You know that because they had the straps on. It was supposed to go inside the house. If you have to unbox it, you have to unbox it. Most of the time it's unboxed at the warehouse to make more space on the truck. They just didn't want to do the job. I can go one step further for you. I recently just purchased an appliance. I purchased an appliance last week. They put the wrong zip. Well, they didn't put the wrong zip code. It was actually the right zip code. They were off a digit, so it needed to come from another terminal that covers another side of the city. So they canceled the order, and I had to reorder it, which I did yesterday, which I have my receipt right here. So not only do I know it from owning and operating a business in this fashion for many years, I'm also a homeowner, and I order appliances. I literally just bought an appliance yesterday, and the options that they gave me were full service delivery. I've never delivered an appliance and left it at the door. I literally just went through this process yesterday. I want to make sure my credit card number ain't on there. I really just did this shit yesterday. 4/8 yesterday. Right before I came on live, I was at Home Depot. Yesterday. And guess what they gave me? They gave me all the requirements for the delivery right here yesterday. Ain't that ironic? That's crazy. Like, I didn't do this on purpose or nothing. Like, I didn't just, let me go buy a new appliance so that I can, no. And here's all the communication that they give you for the delivery. This is what they gave me. So that's wrong. A person spending, I don't know what she spent on the stove, but I know I spent $2,400 yesterday. And if they got to take doors off, which they, I'm going to take the door off the build for the washer and dryer, right? I'm going to take the door off myself because the last time I ordered one in 2018, this is the third washer and dryer I've ordered in 11 years, right? Since I live in a condo, I had to get the stackable joints. And for some reason, the stackable washer and dryer sets, they just, I don't know if it's because you got two units working together, and sometimes I guess the washer components mixed with the dryer components, because there's always issues with the dryers. And I just get tired of paying $300-400 every 4 months for a technician to come out and relight the pilot or change the fuse or some shit. So, like, I've had a person come out 3 times in the last year. I just went on ahead and just bought a new one again. I got an LG wash tower. So we're going to see how that one works. But it's literally full service. And they have to run a cycle. These people were just lazy. So he's wrong there. I'm telling you, he's wrong from buying appliances over the years, and I'm telling you from doing this over the years.
We're not going to accommodate you. We're not going to cut it out the box. We don't have to do that. If it doesn't fit, we leave it.
And that's wrong coming directly from Lowe's or Home Depot when you're dealing with a 3PL. That's wrong. CJ should stop talking.
That is the rules, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. He has the right to do that. His tone, I think, is because I don't know, maybe he's from New York or something. He's got that accent. I don't think he's trying to be mean or sound mean. It just comes off like that because, that's just the way they talk. That accent, you guys know what I'm talking about. The customer took it the wrong way. So one thing you don't want to do is
wait. He talking about they don't sound mean. So maybe he got the Chi-Town lingo, because he said I was making him feel like he was what did he say in the video when he came on the live stream? I made him seem like he was weak. So the New Yorker, you understand his tone, his tonality. But the Chicago guy, you don't get my tonality. I'm making you weak. This crazy. You see how this shit
that's just the way they talk. That accent, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Why you
that accent work or something. He's got that accent. I don't think he's trying to be mean or sound mean. It just comes off like that because, you know, that's just the way they talk.
So, you know what's crazy? I always say New Yorkers and Chicago's are the same. It seems, you know, people from, especially the South, when they come up here, they think we rude, they think we mean. New York, Chicago, two fast-paced cities. People don't speak. You could literally be in an elevator with people and no one says good morning. That's just the way it is. But it's crazy how he recognized that with the New Yorker, but when I'm making my content, I react to his video, I'm making him weak. So you didn't get the satire, you don't get the aggressive tonality of a Chicagoan, but you catch it from a New Yorker. So now pay attention. We're going to take our time with it because we're going to prove a few things here. Pay attention. Remember what I'm saying. Follow me. For all those people that got critical thinking skills, see where I'm going with this. Because it's personal. It ain't about content. That's why he won't keep it on the content. It's personal. Let me show you something.
That accent, you guys know what I'm talking about. The customer took it the wrong way. So one thing you don't want to do is piss the driver off. So once she pissed him off, and I noticed that he had the shoulder dolly on. He had a shoulder dolly on, so he was prepared to take it in the house. But
he caught that. So he got a little sense. The dude was prepared to take it in the house. He caught that. We're going to get CJ a little sense.
The boxed item, and obviously he's not required to take it out the box. And if it doesn't fit through the door,
that's a lie. That's a lie. He is required. This is Lowe's and Home Depot coming from the 3PLs, full service.
Or he has the capability of taking it back. So he did not hesitate in any way. The customer was expecting him to take the door off. I don't know if the customer knew that or not. I have no idea. I'm just speculating, but he took it back. Now, I don't have an issue with this. I'm just showing you this is the system that Dolly has in place. So if this was a Dolly order, he did nothing wrong. Dolly says if it doesn't fit, right, you could take it back. Or if the customer says, you know, put it in the garage or whatever, but you could do that. But if they want you to bring it in the house and it doesn't fit, you have the right to take it back. And for Dolly, you get paid double. So I'm going to explain why I don't do that. I try everything I can not to do that. And I will go the extra mile to make the delivery. And I'm going to explain why. Because like I said, I could double my money. If I only thought about myself and what I have to gain, and right, it's a business decision, it's the best interest of me, then I would do that. But I'm going to explain why I don't do that. So I'm going to show you an entire delivery that I did with a refrigerator, unedited. And I did edit it. I blurred some of the parts out, but I'm going to show you pretty much the whole video. All right, so let's get to it.
Hey, great polo and tie. Especially great polo. I mean, what's really going on? I'm not on that shit today. So I just put both of y'all on timeout. All this bickering on this goofy shit for a month and great polo. Me and you already done had a conversation. You a moderator. Like, come on. What's the problem? So both of y'all on timeout.
All right, so this is a Dolly that I did probably about a week ago. And delivering one refrigerator. I did message the customer. I let them know that, you know, we can't take the door off. Be prepared to take your door off, all that stuff. And they agreed. They understood. So I'm going to show you what I do. Normally, once I park my vehicle, I set up my ramp. I set my cones up. And then I'll go to the house. I measure it. I take my measuring tape. I measure the door. I measure the refrigerator. And I let the customer know if it's going to fit or not. So they could be prepared to take the door off. In most cases, probably 90% of the time, you're going to have to take the door off for it to fit. I'm just going to kind of walk through this. I'm going to let it play and just kind of walk through this.
See.
So this is me making contact with the customer.
How you doing? It's going in the house, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I saw something about the garage.
Yeah, I was saying go through the garage, but it might be easier path this way.
Yeah. It's gonna be really tight. Might have to
Pop this door off.
Yeah. It's like when I measured, it's like 34 or so with the door on. It'll go right through if you are able to take this off. I can help you.
I just can't do it myself.
I'll get it off there real quick.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna set my ramp up real quick.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, so like I said, I always offer to help the customer. I always offer to help them. That is a way around it. So Dolly does not.
Cap, you didn't offer to help that refrigerator lady. You shouldn't even have offered to help her. You should have just completed the job, big dog. So we know that's cap. That's cap.
Allow you to take the door off for the customer, but you can assist them. So if the customer needs a hand taking the door off, long as they're doing it, they can borrow my tools, whatever. Long as I'm not doing it myself, you can do that. So that is me just looking out for the customer. Again, I've been in situations where it's an old lady. She lives by herself, and I don't expect her to take the door off. So me, with the rules that they have, I could easily just take it back and make double the money. But what's more important, making the delivery for this lady who needs a...
What's wrong with Buddy, man? Why do Buddy do shit the hard way all the time? Why is he parked across and down the street and the house is over here and ain't nothing right there? Why? Buddy is parked across and down. There's nothing here. Jesus Christ.
Refrigerator, or following these stupid rules and taking it back. And
this dude is worried about rules, and the more steps you take, the more work you do, the more opportunity for claims. This dude is parked a house down and across the street. You can't make this shit up, bro. You cannot make this up. And he's complaining about breaking the rules and all this shit. This shit don't even make sense.
Filling my pockets. So again, I'm going to explain exactly why I make every effort to make the...
He could have, even if you don't back into the customer's driveway, which you can ask, he could have still pulled up on the curb, and it would have been better than crossing the street with a goddamn refrigerator.
Delivery. So I've had problems with Dolly. For some time, you guys know I'm on the Dolly standoff, and I do not like their rules. I do not like the position that they put customers in.
If you don't like their rules, why work with them? What you mean you don't like the position they put customers in? That ain't got shit to do with you. What the fuck do the position they put customers in got to do with you? If you don't like their rules, stop doing jobs on their platform. Oh, I can't. I forgot. You can't stop doing jobs on their platform because you need to do jobs on their platform. You can't stop doing jobs on their platform because you need to do jobs on their platform. So why complain? It's their rules. You know why? Because it's their business. It's not even their business anymore. They just got acquired. Dolly doesn't even own Dolly anymore. TaskRabbit bought them. TaskRabbit owns Dolly now. So guess what? It's TaskRabbit's rules. And guess what? You are a gigger under the gig platform. So that means you have to follow their rules because it's their business model. You are contracted to do work under their rules and their requirements. So what do you mean you don't like it? Well, stop working with them. But you can't. That's the reality. You can't. Because if you could, you would.
I do not like the way they treat retail stores. So
you don't like the way they treat retail stores? What the fuck does that got to do with you? Who the fuck? Who you think you is? Gigger? You a goddamn gagger. Gigger. What? You don't like the way they treat retail stores. I don't like the way they treat retail stores. I don't like the way they treat customers. You don't like nothing but a company, but you keep working for them. You keep ridiculing. Listen, TaskRabbit, call me. Call me, TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit, give me a call. Give Big Mark a call. Let's talk. Let's talk. If you hate Dolly so much, Why do you continue to do it? What does the relationship with TaskRabbit and the retailer have to do with you? What does the relationship with TaskRabbit and the consumer have to do with you? Absolutely nothing. You sign up, you do the job within the scope of what they tell you to do and how to do it. You get your pay and you go on about your business. Didn't your mom ever tell you don't stop worrying about other people's business? Didn't your grandma tell you stop worrying about other people's business? When you worry about other people's business, you can't focus on your own shit. And this is why you're crying about claims. This is why you worried about Big Mark and my religion and all this shit, and you can't get yourself together because you're worrying about everybody else. See, he's worried about everything except what he should be worried about. He worried about me. He worried about the retailer. He worried about the customer. Worry about yourself, fool.
Retail store itself, Best Buy, has the same problems that I have. The same issues. No help, no customer support, and in Dolly's terms.
How does Best Buy have no help with customer support when they have customer support? What the fuck is he talking about?
Best Buy has the same problems that I store. So the retail store itself, Best Buy, has the same problems that I have. The same issues. No help, no customer support, and in Dolly's terms, they act and pretend like they want to make it a pleasant experience for the customer. That's how they word it. We want the customer to have a pleasant experience, and we want you to be polite and not rude. And they have all these rules, and they're ready to punish you at the drop of a hat. But in reality, they do not care.
Yeah, you a gigger. You a gig worker. Listen, TaskRabbit cares about TaskRabbit. Best Buy cares about Best Buy. Best Buy, the care that they have, if there's anybody else that Best Buy cares about in this little triangle relationship other than them, is the customer. They're going to put the customer before they put Dolly. They're going to put the customer before they put you. See, what you got to understand, CJ, you at the bottom of the totem pole, big dog. It's the retailer, the gig company, and then you. Why? Because the shit rolls downhill, big dog. So while you sitting there talking about you don't want to do the rules and you don't want to obey the rules, I'm going to tell you why you should obey the rules. I'm going to tell you why you misleading people. See, you done stepped into some shit. You don't know your place. You don't know your place. Know your place, gigger.
Let me just cut it off.
So, right here.
Yeah, if you can grab it. Well, let me see.
I was going to try to bring the refrigerator through with the bubble wrap on, but the bubble wrap was about to rub against the door. And you saw he has a white frame, like the frame is white. And if you pull it through, if you force it through with the bubble wrap, it's going to leave a black mark. I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to cut the bubble wrap off. I do not have to do that. I do not have to cut the bubble wrap off. I can tell the customer, hey, you got to remove the bubble wrap. Is that
now notice he's going above and beyond. Technically, he shouldn't even be making a delivery like this. This is a two-man job. This is why he has to claim that $125 claim that he's complaining about, because refrigerator is a two-man job, but he continues to do it with one man. Technically, he shouldn't even be making a delivery in this form with a dolly, all right? It should be on some shoulder straps with two people, right?
not a big deal for me? Absolutely not. I'm going to complete this delivery. I'm going to do everything I can to make the delivery. And again,
he's going to do everything he can to make the delivery. Pay attention.
I'm going to tell you why at the end.
He's going to tell us why.
Like I was saying, Dolly doesn't care. They don't care about the customer. They don't care about me, the drivers. They don't care about the retail store either. They really do not care. And I figured them out. And I'm going to share it when I do my update. I'm going to share.
You ain't figured nobody out. Dolly cares about Dolly. And that's what they supposed to care about, fool.
Share what I've learned about.
Dolly care more about the customer than they care about you. See, everybody's cares about themselves, and then the next person down the line is the customer, because the customer is what pays them. See, you don't pay them. You have to understand business. CJ, you don't understand business. See, CJ, you want everybody to love and to care. And what CJ got to realize in life, nobody cares. Nobody's coming to save you. It's business. Nobody's coming to save you. All this care shit, bro. Nobody cares. Because guess what? When the customer complains, guess who's going to pay you? The shit roll downhill. They're going to call Best Buy. Best Buy going to go call Dolly like they did, and then they're going to take it from you. See, you don't have nobody to take it from. Everybody above you has somebody to take it from, and you're at the bottom. Fuck you talking about?
Out that platform, I learned a lot. Because they brought so much attention to themselves and caused all this heartache for me, I started digging into the company. And
cause heartache for you? Y'all, this is a guy that y'all people that listen to him listen to. See this soft ass shit, bro? Cause all this heartache for me. Bro, this is business, bro. Like, what do you think somebody's supposed to give you a fucking cookie and a gold star every day? I can't believe this shit. The more I go through this shit, the more education I can present to the audience on what not to do and what not to feel and what not to think. This is not business. This dude wears his goddamn emotions on his fucking sleeve. It's ridiculous. It's sickening. And this is why he's in the position that he's in.
I've discovered some things and I will share it. So anyways, normally I use my box cutter to cut the bubble wrap off. I still do not take the trash. I leave the trash. The customer knows that, and he's gonna grab it from me. But if I have a haul away,
we breaking every single piece of this shit down, and I'm saving the big one for the end. Pause. We breaking it all down.
Haul away, and I'm taking it back to the store. I will take the bubble wrap, and I'll just put it in the haul away. I do that for them. That's just taking care of the customer.
Did you get the black cover? What black cover? The refrigerator cover.
So now that I took the bubble wrap off, I had my wife go grab my refrigerator cover. So I have a refrigerator cover that I use. I bought it myself. I use it just for this situation. I don't want to bring it in without covering the refrigerator. So I have a refrigerator cover. I'm going to cover it. And again, these customers are watching you. They're watching everything you do. They see my setup. They see all my equipment. They see how I'm handling everything.
All right, so let's stop. If Dolly's telling you not to bring it in the home if it doesn't fit with the protective bubble wrap, then don't bring it in the home. So here we're looking at him go above and beyond outside the scope of Dolly's terms and service, right? Outside their rules. He's going above and beyond for this customer, right? So if you're going above and beyond for this customer, why don't you go above and beyond for the other customer? And I'm going to tell you why you should stick within the rules.
I'm not bumping stuff around and slamming their refrigerator down. That video I just showed you with the guy that took the oven back, the oven range, he didn't even tie it down to the dolly, and he slammed it down when he put it down. It kind of gave a don't care vibe, but I never want to show that to the customer. I want to show the customer that I'm treating this as if it's mine. I like to take care of it. So I'm going to cover it up, and we're going to try to get it in again. A lot of these refrigerators will have a handle, and sometimes the handles will get in the way. This one didn't have handles, but I think it has screws. It had the screws on for the handles, and that's going to give me a problem again. So again, I'm spending way more time than I could, right? As soon as it did not fit, I would tell the customer, look, you have to cut the bubble wrap off and remove the screws and all that stuff for it to fit. And I'll give them time. I'll give you, you got 10 minutes, whatever. I could do that, or I could just take it back. That's not in the best interest of the customer. But again, I'm going to show how Dolly does not care. Everything that they write in their terms they're just writing that. It just says that, but they don't mean what they say. So they don't care about the customer's experience. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to prove it to you.
Thank you.
All right, so as you can see, that's the cover. I'm just going to ratchet strap the fridge, and I'm going to try to bring it in. I always bring it in very slowly. The customer's watching you. They're watching you, and they're seeing how careful you are. I got my little baby ramp at the front door, so I don't have to, pull it up the little ledge.
Get the cushion.
What that little rubber cushion, I put that under the ratchet strap right there so I don't clamp down on the fridge and scratch it. So it's a little cushion right there.
All right, that should be good. All right, we should be good.
And again, the customer is right behind me. He's watching everything I'm doing. They're watching me.
Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
So this is the second attempt. So I'm taking my time and I feel resistance. When I feel resistance, something's rubbing. Something's not causing it.
All right, so he shouldn't be doing this. He should not be doing this. Anybody that believes he should be doing this, you are just as crazy as he is. This is a two-man job. Every day, all day. Two-man job. This is why it's a two-man job. This guy is worried about everything. And the more he continues, and I believe there's more claims that he hasn't told y'all about. That $125 that he's claiming, he's crying about, it's got to be more. And if he continues to operate the way he's operating, there will be more. This is all wrong. And he's sitting up here complaining and telling y'all, fuck the rules. The rules are the rules for a reason. One, you're not insured. You think you're insured, but you're not insured. It's a gig. You don't have $1 million general liability. You are a gigger. This is a gig. This is why the gig app has strong rules of what not to do. Because they don't want to put you in a situation where you're liable. They don't want to put themselves in a situation where they're liable. Why? Because they know you're not a professional, you're a gigger. You are a gig worker. You're not like a person that goes out and gets a contract with the 3PL and they're required to have all this insurance and training. And they do this day in and day out. And it's two men that are required to do the job. The reason why these rules exist because they know you're doing it by yourself. Unless they request hands like we know they will, and you will still refuse to use two people and still maneuver it with one person. And then when you get a claim, you'll blame it on Dolly and say, oh, it's my business. No, you're operating under Dolly. So it's their rules. It's gig worker, not gig owner. See, we have to put people and put things into reality. It's gig worker. I call you a gigger. I call them giggers. And there's nothing wrong with gigger. Trucker, drive a truck, you're a trucker. Scam, you a scammer. Do gig work, you a gigger. You strip, you a stripper. It's just the ER. They take it offensive because, I say gigger. I do that for theatrics. I'm create content. I want to keep it engaging. You a gigger. You're not a gig owner. So that means if there's an if you're a gig worker, I should say, worker, because that's the terminology that has been adapted in popular culture under the gig ecosystem. Worker. I've never heard of a gig owner before. So that means you have to follow the rules, Mr. CJ. All right?
To scratch the door. You can scratch the frame of the door. I'm feeling for the plug. Make sure the plug's not in the way.
I think this is something else. No, this is not a plug. Hold on, let me make sure I'm super straight.
Happy late birthday.
going straight in, T.
Okay.
Don't push it yet, though.
Okay. As I say, if you find that romantic, I'm still gonna.
All right, we'll go low. Hold on. No. Something's catching still. Hold on. There might be those screws.
So again, I'll go really, really slow. And I felt the screws that you put the handles on were catching on. And if I just forced it through, it would have scratched the door. So the screws got to come off. Now, I have the tools. I have the right tool. I have an Allen wrench. I have a power drill. Could I make the customer do that? I can. Is it easy for me to do that? Am I going to cause damage to the refrigerator by doing that? No. And the thing about this is that my company, I am liable for any damage as it is. So Dolly will say that the customer cannot sue Dolly. They can only sue me. And that Dolly is not responsible for any damage at all. I am responsible. So I am taking on the liability myself. So regardless, you're liable. You're liable regardless. So again, I treat these jobs as if this customer booked me directly. That's how I treat them. And I want them to...
And you should not treat those jobs like the customer booked you directly. See, this is where he's fucking up at. Listen to what he's saying. He's complaining about their rules that are there to protect them and him. He's complaining about them, but he's going outside the scope of work, taking the risk. Like, this shit don't even make sense. You're complaining about something that's there to protect your goofy ass, and then you're going outside the scope of it while you're complaining about it. And then you sit up here and say some shit. You treat these jobs like the customer booked you direct. See, he want to be bigger than what he is. He want to be him. And I'm not saying that one day he won't be him, but he ain't him right now. You ain't him. If you take on these jobs and you treat them like you're him, you in for a world of hurt. There's going to come a day where you're going to come across a customer and you're going to go outside the rules that you so much keep complaining about, and then trying to make it seem like you're going above and beyond, which we know now, seeing this based off other content we've seen, you pick and choose who you want to go out above and beyond for. You pick and choose who you go above and beyond for, which that's not consistent. I don't think that's Christ-like. You should treat your brother and your sister alike. You do for one, you should do for the other now. If you going to go out the way for one customer, you should go out the way for another customer. You're complaining about the rules, but you're breaking them. The rules are set to protect you. You treating the jobs like the customer booked you directly? Listen, the more I watch this dude's shit and I listen to him talk, the more I just think as an individual, he's just confused. I just think he's just confused all the way around. Something's not right. This shit don't even make no sense.
Appreciate the service that I provide. So that does help me. That helps me, just so you know. I'm not going to say what that leads to, but just know that these customers are watching you, and if they like what they see, they like you. They will definitely want to stay in touch with you, if you get what I'm saying. So right here, I got my power drill, and I'm about to remove the screws for the customer because I don't want to take any chances of scratching the door.
Wait a minute. That's your drill, big dog? Hold on, big dog. That's your drill? Oh, hell. That ain't no man. What type of drill is that? What type of drill is that? Hold on. That little bitty ass drill.
Move
what you
the
finna
screws
do with that?
for the customer.
What you finna
because
do
I don't
want to
take any chances of scratching the door.
What the fuck is that, man? And why are your bitch in a Ziploc bag? This man ain't got no toolkit. You... Oh, God. Lord have mercy, bro. See, a lot of the people that watch this shit, they don't know no better. until you fuck with a motherfucker that really know it. You fucking fuck with somebody that minding their business, and then they get on that with you, and then they start to show everything. You do this type of work supposedly day in and day out, and you ain't got a nice tool set. You ain't got a nice big tool set. You running around with a little bitty ass drill that can't do shit and some bits in a goddamn Ziploc bag.
So again, I should have been done. I should have already, been able to just go right in, drop it off. I mean, we're spending almost 20 minutes at this person's house trying to deliver this fridge. And again, I could easily make $160, $180, right? I'm not thinking about that. That's not my motivation. My motivation is to...
What the fuck kind of drill? Bro, you a man, bro. Man, you gonna make me get my tools. But tools I keep in my house. What the fuck? Bro, my God. What the fuck is this little bitty ass thing? Jeez.
Is to deliver this product that this customer's been waiting on. They spent a lot of money on it, and they would like their new refrigerator. And if you're working for a company that's not thinking about the customer, they're not thinking about the customer in these situations. They're not listening to the complaints of drivers and the things that make these deliveries difficult for drivers. They're not listening. So sometimes you got to do what's best for the customer and for your business. So I'm going to go the extra mile, and I'm going to...
Okay, so doing what's best for the customer in your business is not what you're doing right here, because you're breaking the rules. You're going outside the scope of work. Once again, every time he says it, I have to come back in and correct. The rules are there for a reason. Why? The rules protect you. Because if something were to happen, let me tell you what happens by him breaking the rules here. He goes outside the scope of the rules. He goes in the house. The customer files a claim. He scratches a floor. He nicks a wall, trying to squeeze the refrigerator in. The screw bends. He scratches the threshold of the door coming in. They get a claim. They do an investigation. What happened? Once they find out he went outside the scope of the rules, right? The rules can no longer protect him, and now he's on his own. And then he's going to make another 3-part series about how Dolly is mistreating him and how he's going to sue him for $125. He's saying he breaks the rules. He's advocating for the fact that he breaks the rules, and it's absolutely wrong. If you're going to operate on someone's platform, whether it be gig work or 3PL, whatever, and they provide you with rules, it's your job to follow their rules, because their rules are what protects you. If you don't want to abide by people's rules, then get rid of the middleman and go directly to the consumer. And then you can do whatever it is you want to do. You make the rules. You don't make the rules when you represent somebody. This shit don't make no sense. He keeps saying it. That's why
take care of this customer and get this thing delivered. And again, I'm about to tell you exactly why I'm motivated to do the delivery. I'm going to tell you exactly why. Now, these customers really appreciate this, man. I can't tell you how much they appreciate this. When I walk this in, you might hear them. I don't know if I got it on video, but when I walked this refrigerator in, the guy, he's military, and he said that the movers that moved his stuff in were horrible. They were throwing stuff around. They were, didn't take any care of anything. Just.
Hey, CJ, we just saw you move somebody that was horrible. You threw everything around. You threw that shit in the truck like that shit was, like you was throwing shit in a pile to light a fire. That shit was in a pile like you was finna light a fire. So you can't talk about nobody else, because we just saw you do the same thing.
Hanging stuff around, dropping stuff. And customers really appreciate this type of care. When they have a delivery driver that actually cares about their stuff and goes the extra mile to make the delivery. It means a lot. And I actually personally feel good about that. So I don't know what it is. I like to get the job done. I feel, even though, like I said, I could have made double, I could have made more money. But if I didn't do the delivery, I feel like it's almost like going into a game, a basketball game, and scoring 50 points, but your team still lost. Like, to me, it's like, get the job done. That's more important than.
Why you didn't get the refrigerator job done? Because it would have required your wife to lift. See, that's the truth that everybody's scared to say. Well, I'm going to say it today. The reason why he couldn't do the refrigerator because it required 2 people and he wasn't going to have his wife lift nothing. See, that's the truth. She's just there for those jobs that the customers are paying for 2 people, right? To be visually there, but she's not lifting anything. And it just so happened he came across a customer that witnessed it and they said, look, I paid for it. This is what happened. As long as she don't got to lift nothing, he going to go above and beyond. Pay attention where we going. The moment he has to go above and beyond and it requires a second person, which she's there, I can't do it for you.
Scoring 50 points. So that's just my mindset. All right, so usually third time is always a charm. We're going to get this thing delivered. So a delivery that should have took about less than 10 minutes, about 20-minute delivery because of the extra time that I'm spending to make sure I get this thing delivered.
All right, you ready? You got the screws still?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me straighten out real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Trying to go straight in.
A lot of times these customers don't take the door off. It's very rare that they're able to take it off themselves.
Okay.
All right, so we finally got it in.
Oh, right there? I see. Does this one have wheels on it?
Still willing to dolly through folks' home. We see they got hardwood floors. Either way, it don't matter. Shouldn't do it. It's a claim waiting to happen.
Yeah. I think we could push it straight back. Let me make sure. I think we could push it straight back.
So now he's going to take it apart right here off the dolly and then push it. All right. Now I can tell you firsthand, you don't want to do that either because the refrigerator's rolled around in the 3PL. If they unbox it in the 3PL or they unbox it in the store or wherever he picked this up from, obviously it's still not in the cardboard. It was sitting on the floor in the truck. The bottom doesn't have styrofoam on it. You don't know what the wheels have picked up. The stopper, you don't know what it's picked up in the van. You don't know what it picked up when you set it down on the ground. You don't know when you set it down at the threshold outside the home. When you set that heavy refrigerator down, if there's a small piece of pebble or just a small fine piece of concrete or anything, and you set it right down on those hard wheels or on that stopper, it becomes lodged in there. You don't know it. I can tell you firsthand. Why? Because I've dealt with it before. It happened many, many moons ago. I learned the hard way. So he sets it down like he's about to do, and then he pushes it. You don't know what's lodged in those wheels, if anything. And this is why you shouldn't do it. And then he's going to complain that it's not his fault. But then Dolly is going to say, well, why didn't you refuse it? Because it didn't fit in the door anyway. And then now you got a floor claim. And then guess what Dolly's going to do? The company that he hates so much, but he continues to do because he has to do it, they're just going to blacklist you. And then now you don't have access to the app at all. It makes absolutely no sense what he's doing. It makes no sense from a business perspective. It's not in his best interest. Do not do this. And I'm not telling you to not do this because we're in this little war or whatever it is. No, that's not why I'm telling you not to do it. I'm telling you not to do it because it's not right. And I don't want you to get a claim. I don't want you to get a claim and then get blacklisted. And now you don't have access, right? Because if you get a claim big enough, you're probably not going to play it and then they're going to blacklist you anyway. So to avoid things, follow the rules. To avoid things, make the deliveries the correct way. Always do things the right way to reduce claims. Claims when you make do this type of work are all around you. The actual item, and from the moment he took it off, well, even on the van, it's just a claim waiting to happen. Don't make the shit harder for you, and don't put yourself in a position where you're bringing more risk than you have to. It's already risky enough.
So again, this cover, I'm glad I invested in it because again, a lot of times you got to cut the bubble wrap off. Actually, let me hear this.
There you go.
Oh, I thought I was talking to the customer.
Go on the other side for me and then just make sure I don't hit nothing.
So he's literally finna push this refrigerator from one room into the next room into the kitchen. Unheard of. Ridiculous.
Oh, I see the handle. Okay, yeah, I think we can hug this wall. Okay, just watch the handle behind you.
So yeah, like I said, that cover is a great investment. It helps me make the delivery. After I cut the bubble wrap off, the bubble wrap is pretty thick. So
Can you scoot it over a little bit?
it helps protect the fridge and keeps it nice and thin so I can get through the door.
Unbelievable. He's literally pushing the refrigerator on these people's floors. Unbelievable.
So again, we don't have to install, you don't have to hook it up. I just put it in position so that the customer can hook it up.
Unbelievable.
All right, let me get I'm gonna put your screws back on real quick.
So that's pretty much it. I'm about to put the screws back in, back on the front door so he can hook the handles up, and that's it. Now, here's why it's important for me to do the delivery, and this is very important. So Best Buy, they have the same issues that I have, that drivers have dealing with customer support. And Best Buy, let me just tell you this. So Best Buy, every retail store, they know what drivers are better. Like the ones that are on time and they do the deliveries and they're reliable and they take care of stuff. They know who those people are. It's not a mystery to them. So they have certain people that they would prefer to do these orders. The way Dolly has it is that the retail store cannot pick and choose who they want to give these orders to. So when they have done that in the past, they've gotten in trouble. Dolly will say, you can't send it to that person, a specific person. You got to send it to whoever. That doesn't make any sense, especially when you're doing a delivery for a retail store.
Listen, the more I listen to him, the more upset I get. Like, I may stop just reacting because this shit is going to make me stupid. Just listening to this shit. He's saying that Dolly, it doesn't make sense. First of all, Best Buy is not dealing with you, Gigger. Best Buy is dealing with Dolly. Dolly has an algorithm of who they pick for whatever reason. Whatever the reason it is why they pick who to do what, is they have a reason why. All right? Your relationship isn't with the retailer. You can't say you can't argue their relationship. Whatever the terms of their relationship is, when a sales rep, a senior sales representative flew to Best Buy headquarters and presented a presentation on why Best Buy should do business with Dolly, why they should outsource outside using just 3PLs like XPO, and who else do they use? NAL, and who else do they use? Pilot or whatever, depending on the market that they're in. They sold them on why they should also use gig workers. Dolly agreed. They drew up contracts. They shook hands. They do business. There's an algorithm set up, probably with some type of API. And when Dolly makes a sale at the point of purchase, it goes into the system and it either gets sent out to a 3PL or it gets sent out to the gig app. From there, Dolly connects that delivery with the gigger. Who are you to say what Best Buy should do, and who are you to say what Dolly should do? You don't even have an impact drill. You don't have a tool set. You have tools in a Ziploc bag. You're complaining on the internet about a $125 claim, but yet you want to sit up here day in and day out and worry about other people's business dealings and complain instead of worry about what's in front of you. This is like, I've never, like, even novice business people don't think like this. I've never heard nobody think like this. I've never seen nobody sit on the internet and complain about why other people do business the way they do business. He never talks about what he wants to do, his plans on scaling, his plans of going ahead. He's always complaining about other people that are doing better than him. Everybody's doing better than him that he's complaining about. All this time that you're complaining about other people who are way up there that ain't worried about you, you could be spending that time focusing on building your business. The truth of the matter that nobody's going to tell you is that you're under the thumb of them. You have to listen to what they tell you because it's their business, it's their contract, and you are just a worker. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to accept the reality. It's not your business. It's not your business. See, I'm going to tell you what ain't nobody else going to tell you. You want to do business, which means you deal directly with an individual and you get 100% of the revenue. That money ain't being stepped on before you get to it, before it get to you. If the money being stepped on, then you got to follow the rules, big dog. Like, this shit don't even make no sense. I can't even believe a grown man is talking like that.
The store has a right to protect their products, and it should have a right to pick who they want to do the delivery.
No, they fucking don't. That's just like saying Home Depot and Lowe's could pick the independent contractor that delivers the fucking washer and dryer or the stove. No, this is why they hire a 3PL, because they say, look, we Home Depot, we Lowe's, we Best Buy. We don't want to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? We got rid of trucks way back in the day when Sears and this is for the OGs. And see, his goofy ass should know this shit because he's 42. Back in the day, Montgomery Ward, Sears, all the big box retailers that sold appliances, they did their own deliveries. Back in the day, the 90s, early 2000s. Eventually, they got away from it. Why? One reason was because of all the liability that's associated with it. They said, look, we can get rid of the cost of all the trucks, the maintenance of the trucks, the labor, the claims, outsource that to a third-party logistics company, let them take all that shit. Give them 100% of the revenue, and then we can take that time that we were focusing on logistics and put more money and time into sales. They got rid of a big headache, and they put it on the 3PL. The 3PL deals with all the independent contractors, all the independent contractor issues. My truck broke down. My girl is pregnant. They didn't wake up in time. All that shit. And then whatever claims, we don't have to bite the bullet for the claims anymore. It's in the contract that the 3PL is responsible for all the claims now. We just got rid of a big liability and we can focus more on selling. Guess what? A claim happens with an independent contractor, the 3PL don't even bite the bullet. They roll the shit downhill to the IC or to the MC. This fool is sitting up here saying that the retailer should pick and choose. The retailer don't want to deal with you. Fuck is you talking about? This shit makes absolutely no sense. He is not a business person. I'm not saying that because of this back and forth. I'm telling you it because I'm showing it to you. The mindset is not there. Retailers got rid of dealing with in-home delivery 25, 30 fucking years ago. He's old enough to know that shit because he was living when Montgomery Rewards, when Sears and all these big fucking box retailers had a fleet of fucking trucks and they did the shit in-house. It'd be different if he was 20-something years old and he didn't know no better. He's old enough to know this shit. So even outside the scope of just the mindset of being a business person in this industry, this is where the life experience should kick, life knowledge should kick in. This is why he won't fight me when it comes to business. This is why he keep reverting back to religion. Religion, I'm gonna fuck him up 40 ways going north. You talking about in his heart, he wants to deal with the retailer. In his heart, he envisions, and there's nothing wrong with it. He envisions having this big delivery company where he's sitting at the big oak table at wherever Best Buy corporate headquarters is located, or he's flying down to Atlanta where Home Depot corporate headquarters is located, and they're calling Mr. CJ in for a meeting, and he's sitting at one end of the table, and then the head of global logistics is sitting at the other head of the table, and they're doing these big deals. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the reality is that's not the reality. They don't want to deal with you, Gigger. They want to deal with the big 3PL or the big gig company that's our multi-million-dollar companies, and that let them deal with the headaches. So get that shit out your head, CJ. You're wrong. You're absolutely, positively wrong.
So instead, it could be the guy in the pickup truck with no straps that lays the refrigerator down. He might show up to deliver these refrigerators. And what's been happening, I got this directly from the store. There has been drivers that have shown up, picked up the items, took it to the customer, and say they have a haul away. The haul away is supposed to go back to the store, right? The customer paid for it. That driver does not return the haul away to the store, back to Best Buy, and they're going and dumping it. And some of them are even charging the customer. They're ripping the customer off, charging the customer to take the haul away, and then they're going and dumping it instead of bringing it back to Best Buy. So guess who's paying for that? Best Buy is. Every single time that a refrigerator does not get delivered, right? You go to the house. If I went to this house and I brought this refrigerator back and I get paid double, I get $160. Guess who loses money?
That's my bag too, right there.
Best Buy. That's where that money comes from. Every time you don't make the delivery, Best Buy is losing money. Now, a lot of you would say, well, that's not my fault. That's not that, I'm just following Dolly rules. Again,
it's not your fault, and it's none of your business what the next person is doing. What the next person, the way they run their business, if they want to run insufficient and do dumb shit, that's on them. Good. It means more work for us. Like, why are you worried about all this dumb shit, bro? And then you're worried about Best Buy. Dude, companies like Best Buy, see, let's talk business. Companies like Best Buy, Home Depot, they have what's called a budget, all right? And they have multiple budgets. Well, one of the budgets they have is for shrinkage. Somebody look up what shrinkage is. Never mind, I'll tell you, it's loss. Big companies like that, they budget millions of dollars for shrinkage every fucking year. They know they're going to take losses. Shit like this happens. Guess what? I just showed you a receipt for an appliance that I bought yesterday. I also told you it was ordered last week and it was canceled because of a technicality. They put the fucking zip code in wrong. They missed a digit. So guess what? The zip code that they put in, it would have came from a terminal I think south, but the terminal that my appliance has to come from, I believe, is Melrose Park. And instead of them just transferring it to the terminal, they said, look, we got to cancel the order and you got to come in and reorder it. No problem. But guess what? Because they inconvenienced me, I didn't even ask for it. They gave me a discount. They took $150 off. Somebody going to eat that $150 loss. It ain't going to be Big Mark. Because guess what? I had to request a COI for the elevator. I had to request the elevator to get padded with my board of directors for the delivery. So guess what? Somebody going to eat that $150 loss. It's probably going to be the store, because the store made the error, because the person at the store, when I bought it, his fat thumb ass put one of the numbers in wrong. It happens. People make mistakes. Ain't none of my business. And guess what? Home Depot can afford to take that loss. Why? Because the margins that the shit that they sold me, they probably making 200-300%. Why? Because they selling millions of units. They getting this shit pennies compared to what we paying for this shit. It's business. You complaining about $125, you should budget for shrinkage. You think you're not going to take a loss? You ain't a boss until you take a loss. You ain't a boss until you take a loss. This is why he won't fight. Because we're going to get to talking business and he can't beat me there. So we're going to go back to religion. I'm going to keep it on the content. I'm going to keep it on business. Fuck you talking about, worried about what the fuck they got going on. You don't even know your place. You are at the bottom of the totem pole. All this shit rolls downhill. When these fucking people in these corporate companies, when they deal with the 3PLs, right? When they have these big meetings, when they bidding and trying to bid for new territory against their competitors, and now that they have the gig companies, see, they sitting at the table, big dog. You ain't there. You ain't sitting at the table. You think Best Buy know who CJ is? Hell no. Because at the end of the day, when the customer complain and they say you scratch their floor, they not going to call you CJ and be like, hey, CJ, man, what you going to do? Let's work this out. No, they going to call the 3PL, or they going to call Dolly. Hey, yo, we going to send you this bill. And then guess what the 3PL or Dolly going to do? They going to go after the independent contractor, the master contractor. In the case of a gig, they going to go after the gigger. Like they did you. Get that fantasy shit up out your head and accept reality. Nobody knows you. Nobody cares. Nobody's coming to save you. The best way you can save yourself is by following their rules, accepting your reality. You are a gig worker. You are a gigger. All right. Follow their rules so that if anything arises, the rules are there to protect you. And if you follow and stay within the scope of the rules, you are somewhat protected, fool. This shit don't even make no sense. I can't even believe this man.
This is
content.
The difference.
Listen, this is how people are misled. This is how people misled.
I don't think like that. I don't like the rules that Dolly has. And if I will do everything, I don't think like that. I'm just following Dolly rules. Again, this is the difference. I don't think like that. I don't like the rules that Dolly has. And if I will do everything in my power to actually take care of the customer, because the system that they have in place is not taking care of the customer.
The system that they have in place is to protect them and to protect you. That's why they say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, because they know your goofy ass is out there by yourself and you trying to do the job of two men. This is why they saying, listen, you a gigger. We don't want you doing this. We don't want you doing that because you're not equipped to do it. And we don't want to be liable. Goofy. This shit don't
I don't
make no
expect
sense.
people to do that, especially when you show up at a house and it's a lady, a woman at home by herself, her husband's at work, and I'm supposed to tell her, oh, ma'am, you got to take your door off.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Just because she's a woman and she's at home, I'm going to tell you a story, and I told this before. There was a customer, I learned this very, very early on, said, man, don't worry about the wall. Don't worry about the wall. Look, it's not going to fit. The wall going to get scratched, this, that, and that. Don't worry about it. We'll patch and paint. I just need to get this in here. I told this story before. You sure? Yeah, don't worry about it. We got patch and paint. Just get it in here. If you nick the wall a little bit, that's fine. Did what the customer told me. I learned this very early on. Did what the customer asked. Being a nice guy, young entrepreneur, not knowing no better, naive, did what the customer wanted, nicked the wall, got it in, and guess what the customer said at the end when it was time to pay? So what are we going to do about the wall? So now I'm puzzled. I got the dun look. I'm like, you said don't worry about the wall. You're going to patch and paint it and just to get it in. I hear you, but you the professional. Y'all the professionals. Y'all could have just said no. I swear for God, this is what the person told me. You think a customer is your friend? Customer ain't your friend. Listen, in this business, this ain't hospitality. This is not hospitality. The customer is not always right. The customer will fuck you. 100%. They will fuck you. You listen to guys like him, you're going to be fucked up out here. It's already a risky job. It's liability driven. Why put yourself under more risk with more opportunity for more liability, trying to help someone out that if the shit hits the fan, they're not going to care about you. They're going to want whatever it is that you damaged fixed. They will tell you don't worry about it, and at the end say, what about my wall? Or let me tell you how slick some of them are. And see, this is how you know who really out here doing this shit or who really did this shit. Some of them tell you don't worry about it. These are slick motherfuckers, and I don't like these motherfuckers. These are the worst ones. They'll tell you get it in, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You'll get it in, go above and beyond, nick the wall, scratch the wall, whatever you do because they said it's fine. Smile in your face, give you a bottle of water, pay you, then go behind your back and contact the 3PL. Because, see, they don't want the confrontation there in the house. See, them the worst ones. That's going to tell you one thing in your face and then go behind your back and do exactly what they said that they wasn't going to do. Never trust a customer. Never trust a customer. In this business, never trust a customer. Don't listen to him. He's confused.
I can't touch work. When you show up at a house and it's a lady, a woman at home by herself, her husband's at work, and I'm supposed to tell her, oh, ma'am, you got to take your door off. I can't touch it. And if she can't do it, I take.
If Dolly says don't do it, don't do it. That sounds like a personal problem. That's a personal problem. You still going to get paid for the attempt. Personal problem. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you're going to be liable, especially when you're not dealing directly with the consumer. If you were dealing directly with the consumer, then yes, but you're not dealing directly with the consumer. You're not even insured.
Get back. That is not customer service. And I don't operate like that. So that is the reason why I'm very passionate and I want to complete the delivery. Why? Because Best Buy is one of my favorite stores. I like every single employee that works there. I like the work that comes out there.
He likes every single employee that works there. I can't believe this is the shit we hearing in 2025. This is supposed to be a business guy. He said, this is my favorite store. I like everybody that works there. Man, fuck them people. Fuck is you talking about? You like everybody that works there. Man, the motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you. Bro, what are we talking about, bro? Bro, don't you know they will fucking stain you in a New York minute? Scratch a flow. Nick a wall. Bang a refrigerator door. They're my friends. These are my friends. This is fucking kidding.
And I want them to make money because they're providing work to me. They're providing work for me. And so the least I could do is take care of them. The least I could do is take care of the store, because every time someone brings the refrigerator back and says, oh, it didn't fit, the customer didn't take the door off, they losing money. And you're going to get paid, but they're losing money.
You tweaking.
And that money comes out of their pocket. I care about that. That matters to me.
Thanks for reminding me about my buds. Dude, ass, you goofy as hell, boy.
Goofy as hell. Yo, goof ass.
Especially from a company that I like. It's almost like I'm an employee there. Like I work there. That's how I feel. That's cold. And that's just being selfish and thinking about yourself.
Y'all hear this shit? This shit, I don't even know what to say. This shit, like, I don't even know how to react to this. I don't know how to react to what I'm hearing right now. I really don't.
I care about that. That matters to me. Especially from a company that I like. It's almost like I'm an employee there. Like I work there. That's how I feel. That's cold. And that's just being selfish and thinking about yourself. I don't care about Dolly rules. I really don't. And I'm going to work.
So the company that he thinks, so he's speaking like Best Buy is employing him. See, this is why he's confused. And I hope the people, maybe this was God saying, you know what, let me make this guy piss Mark off so Mark can just, because he's misleading two people and people going to go do this dumb shit. So, because Mark going to go get on it. Mark going to get on his ass. Pause. So let me make him piss Mark off so then Mark can just comb through this shit so people can stop being misled. God is probably working right now. God is working. The man says he hates Dolly. He hates the rules, but yet Dolly is the person that's employing him. He thinks Best Buy is employing. He say he loves the people that work there like he knows everybody that works at the goddamn Best Buy. He loves, this is his favorite story, the people that work there, and he feels like he's an employee of Best Buy. This is the words that come out of his mouth. But Best Buy has no contact with him from a business perspective. It's all Dolly. The business relationship is with Dolly. And then
around it. So if a customer needs to take their door off, I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm going to say customer needed assistance. I assisted the customer taking the door off and then get that thing off. There are so many Dolly helpers out there. I'm 100%. They're taking the door off for the customer because they have to. Dolly is not going to change. They're not going to change. They're not going to listen to drivers.
They don't have to listen to you. Well, what are we talking about? That's just like CJ scaling his business and then having drivers, and then drivers are complaining about shit, which drivers and employees are always going to complain. And yes, you should take an ear to what people are saying, but most of the time the complaints are just personal complaints because people are lazy. If you're a real business person and you're efficient and you know what you're doing because you've been out and you understand the scope of work that the business entails, then that's how you set your business up. There are going to be rough days. There are going to be days that may not be so rough. But from a business owner's standpoint, especially at scale, a lot of guys that have ever scaled, they'll tell you the same thing that I'm telling you. You're going to always hear complaints. People are going to complain. They're going to bitch. They're going to moan. They're going to kick and they're going to scream, which is basically what he's doing right now because he still has an employee mindset. He said it. Don't nobody care about this shit you talking about.
We're going to get the job done. The guys that care about the customer, that legitimately care about the customer and not just thinking about filling their pockets, they're going to take if that's the only thing.
Now, we know that's a lie, CJ, because yesterday in part 1, you said you don't care. Matter of fact, hold on, because we got
keeping me from making the delivery.
We got to go back because you said you care about the customer. That's a lie. Now, that's a lie. That's a lie.
With them. It ended up messing with my money. And that's where I draw the line.
You heard that now.
It started.
You heard that.
Started with this email right here. I'm not going to read it. I did a part 1, part 2.
Hold on. We're going to go back. Don't worry about it. We got you.
As far as lack of support and all the discrepancies that they have, I can deal with that. Long as you don't mess with my money. The moment that you mess with my money over your lack of...
Remember that
we have. And it's strictly for the money. That's it.
Listen,
it's the
here we go.
Only relationship that we have. And it's strictly for the money. That's partnered with them to help customers to complete orders. And that's the only relationship that we have. And it's strictly for the money. That's it.
All right.
So
all
I
right.
can
You don't
take
care about
a little.
nobody. You in it for the money, CJ. You in it for the money. Stop capping. Stop capping now. You in it for the money, big dog. You don't care about no customer. You in it for the money. These are the words that came out of your mouth.
Popping 3 pins out of a door to get that thing delivered so that Best Buy can complete the sale and make their money. The customer's happy. They got their product, and I spent an extra 10 minutes helping the customer. But instead, nope, screw the customer because Dolly got these stupid rules, and screw Best Buy who's giving me the work. Y'all gonna pay me double.
Best Buy's not giving you the work. And I'm sorry, we breaking this video down for everything he says that's misinformation. Best Buy's not giving you the work. What is he thinking in his head? I think he has like this role playing thing going. He's role playing or some shit. He got this fake relationship. Don't you know how like some people be having fake relationships with like they dream girls and shit like that? They in their head, they dating this girl that they don't even know that they saw on Instagram or they saw somewhere, or one of their coworkers that they really, really like, but in their mind, they like having this fake role play relationship. He having some fake ass relationship in his head, thinking that he's this big time Best Buy contractor or something. What the hell is he talking about? This shit don't even make no sense. What is he talking about?
And screw Best Buy who's giving me the work. Y'all gonna pay me double because the customer didn't take their door off. It's stupid. I don't agree with it one bit. So anyways, I'm gonna do what's always in the best interest.
Hold on, I gotta hit that one
double because, and screw Best Buy who's giving me the work. Hold on, because Dolly got these stupid rules, and screw Best Buy who's giving me the work. Y'all gonna pay me double because the customer didn't take their door off. It's stupid.
So he says Best Buy is giving him the work. Let's see how that plays out. Let's let Dolly blacklist him for a week, and then let me know how much work he get from Best Buy. I'm gonna call Dolly and tell him to blacklist him for a week, and then tell me how much work Best Buy give you. Since Best Buy giving you the work, let's get Dolly on the phone. Tell him to turn you off for a week, and then let me know how many orders you get from Best Buy, since Best Buy is giving you the work. Since Best Buy giving you the work, I'm going to get Dolly on the phone. I'm going to tell him to blacklist you for a week. I don't want to take no money out your pocket. We just want to do a social experiment. See, I don't hate you. But we got to do this social experiment. We're going to have Dolly turn you off for a week, and then we want to see how many Best Buy orders you get now, since Best Buy is giving you the work.
I don't agree with it one bit. So anyways, I'm going to do what's always in the best interest of me and the customer. I'm taking care of the customer is priority. That's priority. And
Cap, because you didn't take care of this customer. You didn't take care of this customer. You didn't take care of this customer. That's why the refrigerator is in the living room instead of in the kitchen. Should have been right there. But you couldn't get it there because you're not mentally equipped, and your wife standing over there, you don't want her lifting nothing because it's a two-man job anyway. So you didn't take care of this customer. So the truth is, let me help you. Let me help you get your words together. Let me help you get your words together.
So
see, I'm not doing that. Hold on. You ain't doing this.
And I'm not doing that. So.
All right. So you quit on this customer when the refrigerator should have went there, which it could have went there if you would have turned it sideways, smart guy. Took the doors off. You took these doors. You took the door off here. You took the house door off here. You went above and beyond. You made a whole crybaby ass video about how you supposed to go above and beyond and break all the rules. I'm gonna break all the rules because I'm all about the customer. But this one, you happen to be able to break the rules and still get it done by yourself. Anytime that you have to break the rules and go above and beyond, and really requires, which all these jobs require 2 people, it's I'm not doing that.
It does help me. It does help me because, like I said, the customers see what's going on and they like what they see. They like the service that I provide, and that creates more opportunities for me. So that's why. And that store has been told that you cannot pick who you want to deliver your items, which makes no sense. How are you going to tell me who I have to pick? Like some random person that I don't know or trust, I'm supposed to just let them take it because you say so for our product. This is our product that we're trying to get delivered. I can't pick a reliable person.
No, they can't. Because this is why they hired a 3PL, and this is why they hired a gig company to deal with guys like you. See, imagine him dealing with Best Buy with his crybaby ass. He'll just be crying. They don't want to deal with you. This is why they got 3PLs, and this is why they hire gig companies. They let the gig companies deal with guys like you. All that crybaby ass shit. They let the 3PLs deal with the independent contractors and all the independent issues that come with being an independent contractor. Claims, trucks breaking down, shit like that. And then they focus on sales. Goes back to what I said 20 minutes ago. They got rid of dealing with the logistics end of the business fucking in the late 90s and the early 2000s. Mr. 42-year-old man that should know that. And you should know why they got rid of him. Every single big box retailer that had appliances got rid of him. For the reasons that we're discussing right here that you want to fight. Yes, Best Buy don't want to deal with you for the umpteenth time.
Because there's a network of people that they get the job done.
All right, now let's kick it even further. We're going to spend some time with this. This is the same guy that was on the video, the first one that I critiqued that he got his panties in a bunch about insurance. He's crying about insurance. But you want to deal directly with Best Buy. You're crying about $500,000 insurance. You're going to need $1 million insurance. And you may need a $2 or $3 million umbrella on top of that. Plus accidental occupational insurance. Plus $1 million in commercial auto. Plus $100,000 in cargo. If you are tripping on $500,000 in commercial insurance, why are you arguing and complaining about dealing directly with Best Buy when you didn't want to pay for $500,000 insurance for your own company? You didn't want to pay $500,000 general liability for your own company. And the best is yet to come. I know a bunch of people left, but it's okay because the best is yet to come. This ain't even the best. I'm saving the best for last. They're going to miss out. Fuck them. It don't make sense. It makes absolutely positively no sense. What he's saying is so, like, the contradiction is, like, it's so much contradiction. It don't make no fucking sense.
They make the delivery. They do what they got to do to make the delivery, and they actually bring the hauliers back like they're supposed to. There's a small group of guys that actually do that, and you're telling me I can't pick them? I have to just randomly let somebody pick it up? And I'm telling you, I'm complaining to you. I'm telling you that they're not bringing the hauliers back. It's costing us money. They're not making the deliveries. They're bringing them back to get paid double. They're making zero effort to make the delivery. We need these things delivered. That's the whole point of this. We need it delivered to the customer. And you're hindering us from that. We have a network of drivers that are able to get the job done. And you're saying I can't.
CJ, you only want to get insurance. You hate insurance and you don't even want to get $500,000. You damn sure if you don't want to get $500,000, you definitely ain't gonna want to pay for $1 million. So what are we talking about?
Can't use them. That's the message. I'm telling you, that company does not care. They do not care one bit about the customer, the drivers, or not even the retail store.
Hey, Task Rabbit, call me. If you want me to keep this series going, because he's slandering y'all, Task Rabbit. Task Rabbit, call me. Task Rabbit. Somebody get Task Rabbit on the phone and tell Mark want to talk to him. Let's see if we can get some sponsorships, because he's slandering Task Rabbit, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that Task Rabbit, because Task Rabbit owns Dolly now. See, a lot of y'all didn't know that. He talk about Dolly all the time. Why he didn't tell y'all that Task Rabbit recently just acquired Dolly? I'm going to get Task Rabbit on the phone. I'm going to see if they can sponsor this False Prophet series. And we just going to go through all this slander that he doing, and we're going to pull out all the misinformation. I think we're going to do that. We're going to get Task Rabbit on the phone.
So, anyways, I just want to show you guys that. I wanted to explain that. I'm going to end the video here. I will have...
All right, let's get to the fun stuff. Because we could do that shit all day with him. Let's get to the fun stuff. So, that was a live stream. I hope he's watching, too. That was a live stream about 6 months ago where my name was made mention in a positive way, and I appreciate that. But there was also some hypocrisy there. There was definitely some hypocrisy. And I'm going to highlight that today. Recently, this guy's went on a tirade of yesterday or the other day. He called me a fake Christian. He clubs, he drinks, he says bad words, he listens to rap music. He said, that's a fake Christian. I'm a fake Christian because of all those things. All right. I'm going to upset a few people here, but I don't care. You shouldn't have messed with me, but let's go with my timestamp. So first, let's go to here. Let me put it up big on the big screen. Voila.
Some people, let me see. I missed what some of y'all said. My bad. Oh yeah, Mark the Mentor. So Mark the Mentor, I was watching his channel when I was researching Box Truck, and I was watching it with my kids. So he dropped a couple adult words, and then I had to turn it, and then I kind of never went back to his channel. But I don't really care about how people are, like however you are as a person. A lot of people.
Now pay attention to what he's saying. So now you're going to see the hypocrisy, and I'm going to point out some more shit that's going to maybe shocking to some people. Listen to the hypocrisy, because everything he's judging me on, he says he can judge me, he can admonish me and all this shit because he's supposed to, because I'm not Christ-like and I'm a fake Christian and all this shit. But listen to what he's saying here about me.
Get emotionally attached to people, like if it's more of a popularity thing. If it could be somebody that I don't like or I don't agree with anything about them, but if they're good at teaching me something, I'm gonna watch it. Like that's what it's.
He's talking about me, so he doesn't care about me personally. I'm good at what I do as far as the information. He doesn't care, right?
About. So a lot of people, like, they get caught up in, these personalities and all that stuff. Oh, he's not like me, so I'm not going to watch him. Like, that's not what it's. If you're there to learn and the person does a good job of teaching something specific, I don't care about their personal life. They do it. Dennis Rodman.
He's talking about me. He name dropped me. He doesn't care about my personal life. I'm good at what I do. Now, these are words coming out his mouth. These are the words that are coming out his mouth. When did this happen? September 20th, 2024. These are the words that came out. He's talking about me. He called me by name twice.
It was out there, but my goodness.
He likes to parallel me with basketball players for some reason. So now he's paralleling me with Dennis Rodman. For some reason, I don't know.
Dennis Rodman was out there. But my goodness, when he get on that basketball court, he did his job. So who cares what he do off the court is what he do on the court. Does he do his job? Does he come to work and he do his job and help us win? That's all that matters. So that's how I look at it. But yeah, he is a good channel. I learned a lot from him too. I've been recently watching his channel. He does a lot of live chat, and he's really, you got to really pay attention to what he's telling people, especially the ones that's trying to start. It's the same story every time. He's telling the people the same thing over and over. I'm not gonna tell you. You gotta watch his channel, but he does have some great information.
So now he's talking about me. First of all, I appreciate the compliment. I did see this video a while back because someone sent it to me. I just forgot about it until yesterday. So clearly he said he was watching the channel. I said some curse words. He turned it off. He didn't come back to it, but then he came back to it later. He gave me my flowers, which I appreciate. But he also said, you know, he doesn't care about what I do and what I say and what I do outside of the content. I provide great information. So now I'm confused on to why it's such a big deal now. Why are you so concerned now? Because in the video that you put out Monday, the 80 minutes, I'm this, I'm that, I cuss, I listen to bad music, rap music, I go to clubs, I do this, I do that, da 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 da. So why now is it a big deal? So I get to thinking, how can a person say 6 months ago the information is good? He doesn't live life like I live it. I'm more of a Christian-like person, and he's more on the edge type of guy, but he has great information. So I listen to the information. I don't judge. But now he says he can judge. Things that make you go, So the only thing that I can come up with is hate. Within the past 6 months, there's some hate that's done came up. But here's something else that I saw when I was watching this video that I didn't catch the first time. You see this little bottle right back here? Well, you see that? That's a bottle of alcohol. And he said, I drink and I go out to nightclubs and drink and But right here is a bottle of alcohol. And it doesn't stop there. And he was really energetic on this live stream, which I wasn't really watching his content back then, but yesterday this video was sent to me. And now I said, I remember this video. This is the video that he shouted me out on. And then I'm looking at this alcohol. So I'm watching the video and I'm noticing he's really, really energetic, right? And then we get to here.
I ain't going OTR, so I like to see it. Andre, the only one out there showing all that footage. I love it. Oh man. All right, let me do this toast real quick. I ain't got no ice. This ain't gonna be on the rocks. So this is just a toast, and this is just before we go. I know it's not a lot of people on this line, but those of you that are with me, I appreciate y'all.
What is that? That's that Bacardi? Is that Bacardi Lyman? Is that Bacardi Lyman? Is he judging, but yet and still he's having a drinky drink on a live stream? Is he judging, but he's sitting up here having a drinky drink on a live stream? See, now, I don't care if he drink. I don't give a fuck what he do. But why judge everybody else? Now, the whole story is told in these 2 minutes, in this one video. 6 months ago, I was the best thing. I was a great content creator. I provide a lot of information. And I don't really agree with some of the words he's saying, probably what he do in his outside life. Probably he's thinking the club and probably the rock star lifestyle, whatever he's thinking, right? He said he didn't care about it. It don't matter because I'm just here for the information. This is his words. But then recently he's saying, no, you can't live like this. You are a fake Christian. Okay, boom. Same video. He's about to drink. Hold on.
I know, man, we all on this same journey.
Now, he been drinking before this. You can tell, because I ain't never seen him this energetic. Look at it. He got the drunk. You can tell he been sipping. Look at him. Look at the stance, the foot cocked to the side. Listen, pay attention. Some of y'all act like y'all ain't got no drunk ass uncle. Pay attention now.
I know, man, we all on this same journey. And if you don't.
The bottle only got a fourth in it. He was already sipping. He was already
Don't
sipping.
drink. I'm not asking you to drink or nothing like that. I don't drink. I don't get drunk.
You a goddamn lie. You a motherfucking lie. You a
Nothing
lie.
wrong with this right here.
You a lie and you a
But this
hypocrite.
is for you guys.
You are a
This is
hypocrite.
toast
You a
for
hypocrite.
you guys.
You a hypocrite.
Toast to your
Fool.
success.
You a hypocrite.
Our success.
You a hypocrite.
We are
You a
in the
hypocrite.
land of opportunity.
You a hypocrite. You a hypocrite.
This
You a
is a
hypocrite.
time that we have
You a
never been in
hypocrite.
before.
You a hypocrite.
People are making money doing the easiest, craziest stuff. YouTube is paying like crazy. All the social media platforms.
He said he didn't do YouTube for money. See, when you get to sipping, the truth start to come out. See, he telling what it is right here. He telling what it is. Hey, you better take this down. You better take this down. Too late, pimp. Too late, pimp. You done told on yourself. You done told on yourself. Should have left me alone. I told you we got time over here.
We are in the land of opportunity.
Look at him. Listen to him.
This is a time that we have never been in before. People are making money doing the easiest, craziest stuff. YouTube is paying like crazy. All the social media.
YouTube is paying like crazy? What? Didn't you just say yesterday you don't do YouTube for money? We already proved that there was a lie, but here go another lie. We just proved it.
It's so much you could do to make money. Build your own wealth. And mainly to you guys that's been on my channel and been following me all this time, man, I can't thank you enough. So I just want to toast you guys.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You a hypocrite.
I'm hiding this cup because
Chalk it up.
That's my favorite basketball
Chalk
team.
it up.
I don't know
Listen,
if you can see it.
listen.
Can you see
Chalk
it?
another one
I
up.
hope you can't see
Put that
it.
W on the
I'm
board.
embarrassed.
It's over with.
That's my favorite basketball
It's over
team.
with. It's over with.
I've been a fan of this team
Yeah.
since I was a kid. Oh, I
He
hope
drunk than a
nobody saw
motherfucker.
it.
He drunk than a motherfucker. Look at him, drunk than a motherfucker. He drunk than a
Oh, man.
motherfucker.
But anyways, I hope y'all got y'all cup. Just give me y'all a little time, man. This is to us. I'm on this channel because I want to help. If I want to help
shit.
you, why would I do YouTube? Honestly, I could make more money if I wasn't on YouTube. I spend at least 40 hours a week working on these videos. And I'm not trying to tell you to make you feel bad for me. I'm just telling you.
That's a goddamn lie. Yo shit. Your quality is not good, sir.
I love helping people. I really do. Especially it's like when it was so much to learn, and then once I get my feet wet and I'm comfortable and I understand what's going on, and I know how hard it is to research and figure out what you want to do, and I feel like I have a gift. I have a gift of sharing my journey. Like everybody
You're a
can't
hypocrite.
do what I'm doing. Everybody can't make a YouTube channel
You're a hypocrite.
and have the same impact.
You're a hypocrite.
Like I feel like my impact is strong.
You're a hypocrite.
And, that's a gift. That's
You
not
are
me,
a
that's gift.
hypocrite. You are a
I love it.
hypocrite.
I absolutely
You are
love
a
it.
hypocrite.
I feel every time somebody says, "Man, I just got
You a
my
drunk
fans
hypocrite.
today and appreciate
Look
your
at him.
video. You helped me, bruh, I'm just."
When y'all never know him to talk this much and smiling and shit, he been drinking. He just poured another. He poured a, woo, that was a nice big ass, that was about 4 shots he poured. And the bottle was already, it was 3/4 of the bottle was gone already. He just running off at the mouth, just so happy. He one of them happy drunks. He just running off at the mouth. Drinking like a motherfucker on a live stream. You hypocrite, the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy. You sitting up here doing an 80-minute video calling me a fake Christian. You are a false prophet. You are a hypocrite. You don't know how to, you allowed a reaction video that gave you encouragement at the end. You allowed, because your emotions you sensitive, you took it the wrong way. You got in your feelings. People told you to get out your feelings. Your own subscribers told you to get out your feelings. Your main subscriber, they don't fuck with me, and they told you to get out your feelings. They say, look, we don't fuck with Mark. We fuck with you, but get out your feelings. He didn't do nothing wrong. Get out your feelings. You dig what I'm saying? You couldn't get out your feelings, so then you made an 80-minute video. Yeah, I hit you with the load job. I hit you with the load job, and I hit you with the refrigerator. I tapped at you. But dig what I'm saying? You came over to the channel fucking with me. I thought we was going to have a nice debate on business and shit, and then you went religion and attacked my religion, which I didn't take too kindly to that. I laid in the cut. See, you ain't from the crib. I just went on here, put the all black on, and I laid in them bushes. I laid in them bushes for about 2 weeks, and then out of nowhere, I clapped at your goof ass. clapped at you. Boom. He got in his feelings again. He normally put out content every day. I noticed the content started to slow down. He came with an 80-minute video that should have been a testimonial, but it was an 80-minute attack on my faith and my religion. Again, he called me a fake Christian, and now here we are. Here we are. Now we done combed through, and we got the hypocrisy. Now we showing how much of a hypocrite you are. See, ain't no coming back from this now, CJ. I can continue to go on, but I'm going to always revert back to this. Ain't shit you can say. You just need to go ahead, get you a white sheet, find you a white flag, and wave that bitch. Send the bat signal. Send the smoke signal. Send the stack signal. Send a signal. And then we can end this. Because as far as this shit that's going on between me and you, at this point, it's nothing you can do. You're a hypocrite. You wanted to use religion and all this stuff as a weapon, which you shouldn't have did. Call me a fake Christian. Make yourself seem like you living holier than thou. Went on an 80-minute rant about how I'm a fake Christian and you live your life so perfectly, but yet and still you sitting up on a goddamn live stream drinking. Some cheap shit on top of that. Bacardi. Nigga, you can buy that off the shelf at Walgreens, pimp. Nigga, you got to get you some shit that they lock up behind the counter, pimp. If they ain't locking that shit up behind the counter, then you ain't really drinking. That shit should be behind the counter. You go to the Arab liquor store, that shit should be behind the counter. Or if you go to like a chain place, it should be locked up with one of them things on top of it where the alarm gonna go off. If you can just pull that shit off the shelf, then you drinking some cheap shit, pimp. What's that, Bacardi Lab? You better leave me alone. You better leave me alone.
We're about to bust a tear out.
Let's have this toast, y'all.
Anyway,
let's have this toast. Let's get this toast.
Appreciate y'all, man. Hope y'all got y'all cup. I don't know if everybody got one. Whatever you got, apple juice, whatever, kids, all y'all get a cup. This is to us, 2024. We are only going up, y'all.
Did he say kids get a cup? Hold on. I didn't know if he said it. I'm not gonna put words in my mouth, but it sounded like
tear out. Anyways. Appreciate y'all, man. Hope y'all got y'all cup. I don't know if everybody got one. Whatever you got, apple juice, whatever, kids, all y'all get a cup.
He said all y'all get a cup. So you mean to tell me you gonna drink alcohol, and if kids are watching, you telling the kids to get a cup? You want to toast with the kids too? God damn. He said it. I ain't say it.
This is to us, 2024. We are only going up, y'all. We only going up. Y'all stick with it.
Before somebody came in late, say, oh, no, that's a New Year's, which really it don't matter either way because he's holier than thou. This is September 20th. So don't come with that was a New Year's celebration, which it wouldn't make sense because remember, we have to be perfect. We have to be holier than thou, right? And he's going to admonish you if you're not, right? So here we are.
Do not give up. Trust me. It's all in your head. Everything, every struggle you have is in your head. You can get through it. We gonna get through it. And y'all gonna see Pittman Cargo Express is about to take off. I'm telling you right now. I'm just warning you. I'm letting you know right now. We about to take off. So y'all gonna take off too, man. So this to y'all. Cheers, man.
Oh,
hope y'all
wow.
see that emblem.
Oh, wow.
I can't let y'all see that emblem. Nobody see? Oh, sorry. Seattle Supersonics. Oh man. Nah,
he drunk in the motherfucker on the stream. You hypocrite. You a fucking hypocrite. He drunk in a motherfucker. He's drunk. He was. I'm gonna let y'all see the rest. Still undefeated. Shout out to my research team. Shout out to my research team. I appreciate it.
Good guess. Nah, that ain't it. I did like Sean Kemp though. Sean Kemp was, man, that dude. Oh my goodness, he was a beast. He was a beast on that round.
Man, that was a big ass goat.
I can't let y'all see that.
That was a big ass goat. God damn.
We're gonna kill this.
Woo, Charlie. That was a big ass. Oh, he had to take another one. Hold on. He had to take two. That wasn't enough. That first big gulp wasn't enough. He had to take a second one.
I can't let y'all see that. No way. We're gonna kill this real quick.
Y'all saw he set it down. He couldn't take his hand off of it. He couldn't take his hand off it. Look, hold on, look. Watch it.
No way. We're gonna kill that.
He couldn't take his hand off it. Look. Hold on. We gotta go back to the
beast. He was a beast on that rim.
Damn, that's a big ass gulp. Woo, child.
I can't let y'all see that.
He a drinker. You can tell he a drinker.
No way.
He set it down. He couldn't take his hand off.
Kill this real quick.
He said, "Oh, we gonna no fuck that, man. This shit some good shit right here. This some good cheap shit." Yeah, he an alcoholic. He a drunk.
All right, I'm close to bringing this to an end, man. I think I got like one or two more things.
He put the top down. He did this. Ah, shit. Uh-oh, he got the music on.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
I just made a shirt.
Oh,
short.
shit.
I got some short. I can't wait to get these shorts. I made some shorts that say "Let's get it" on it. I can't wait.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Talisha Fluid about to get. I hope I say these names right. I'm horrible. She put in bold letters. I'm about to get my van real soon. Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, just plan it out. I'm telling you, man. I can't express how fun this is. Like, oh man. Every time I open my garage and I see that thing in the driveway, I'm just like, man, this is crazy. Look what I'm doing. Like, that's my work vehicle and it's mine. I'm working for myself, my own company. This is my company right here. I don't work for nobody. That's crazy.
Hey man, we don't care nothing about none of that, bro. We don't care nothing about none of that, big dog. We don't care nothing about none of this. We don't care nothing about none of this, big dog. All we care about is this Bacardi lineman back here. That's what we care about.
It's crazy. It's all up here, man. It's all up here. Gary Payton. The glove. All right, y'all. Oh, let me finish up. So I told you that was my #1 channel. My #2 channel. Let me turn this down real quick. I love that beat. My #2 channel.
Man, you listen to hip hop beats? That didn't sound like no Christian beat. That didn't sound like no Christian beat now. Hold on. Let's see if we're gonna drink some more alcohol. We want to see where the alcohol. We're gonna go back to that. That was great. Listen. Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know what he was thinking. What was he thinking?
The only one out there showing all that footage. I love it.
What was you thinking, CJ?
Oh man.
What was you thinking?
All right, let me do this toast real quick.
What was you thinking?
Ice. This ain't gonna be on the rocks. So this is just a toast, and this is just before we go. I know it's not a lot of people on this live, but you know.
Look at the bottle. 3/4 of the bottle already gone. Now we know the reason why he was so out of the norm of how he normally is because he had been drinking.
Those of you that are with me, I appreciate y'all. I know, man, we all on this same journey. And if you don't drink, I'm not asking you to drink, nothing like that. I don't drink. I don't get drunk all the time. You know, I drink sociably. Nothing wrong with this right here. But this is for you guys.
Nothing wrong with this right here, but it's wrong when it's me or when it's anybody else. If it's me or it's anybody else, we fake Christians. But when it's you, it's nothing wrong with it. Oh, okay. I get you.
The toast.
And you're doing it on a live stream.
For you guys, toast to your success. Our success. We are in the land of opportunity. This is a time that we have never been in before. People are making money doing the easiest, craziest stuff. YouTube. Oh man. But anyways, I hope y'all got y'all cup. Just give me y'all a little time, man. This is to us.
I want to see when you set it down and couldn't let it go. I want to see when you set it down.
I can't let y'all see the handle. Nobody see? Oh, Seattle Supersonics. Oh man. Nah. Seattle Supersonics. Good guess. Nah, that ain't it. I did like Sean Kemp though. Sean Kemp was, man, that dude.
And that was a big gulp with that Bacardi.
And
he went to set it down.
No way.
And he thought about it like, nah, it's some good ass shit. It's some good ass shit right here. There was one more thing I wanted to show y'all. I wanted to show y'all the video we reviewed at first. I want to show y'all the comments about this refrigerator. There was one smart person in the comment from a month ago. There was one smart person, well, two smart people in the comment. Somebody said, you shouldn't bend the rules, CJ. It is called breaking the rules, and it's not Christ-like. Now, this is before the back and forth between me and him. Let me move me out the way. So his own subscribers were telling him this when this video came back out a month or so ago. You shouldn't bend the rules, CJ. It's called breaking the rules, and it's not Christ-like. It is wrong. What are you doing? It's wrong what you're doing. And then this person said, yeah, Mark the Mentor did a video about it. He's going to get caught eventually. So this was over a month ago. This is over a month ago. And that's it, man. Like, so, hypocrite. You can, I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I think this battle is over with now. I think I'm going to stop here. If he does respond, then I'm just going to, there's more. There's plenty of more. But we've already proved that he doesn't know what he's doing as far as business and things like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, if someone extends their hand and tries to help, you don't spit in their face. And then we just, I been knew he was a hypocrite, but here's the proof. Live in the flesh. Live in the flesh. And I didn't have to slander him personally. I didn't have to go out the realms of the content. I used his content to disprove everything. Everything that he claimed from the religion standpoint, he wouldn't fight back when it came to business, right? From the business sense. He wouldn't take that fight. And I understand why he didn't take that fight. I don't blame him. He should have just left this shit alone. But when he tried to use religion and make himself holier than thou, he shouldn't have chose that either. Especially when you have content of you doing things that you're judging other people for doing. You're doing it in the comforts of your own, which is your right to do it. But when you get to judging someone else for doing certain things and you make yourself seem like you perfect, and then we can go through your content and see you drinking, like, you should be sacred at home. Like, you should be the way you preaching to me and to everybody else. You should be that same way behind closed doors. You cap. You a hypocrite. And I would advise you, in parting, to just stop. Don't make no more 80-minute videos. Don't respond. You know, I swear to you, CJ, the worst thing you could do is try to assassinate somebody and then go after their religion and all this shit. And, like, all that shit was goofy. Especially if you're a hypocrite. Like, I can't even formulate the words to say, because this shit is crazy. This is incredible. So I'm gonna leave it on that note. Just leave me alone. Just stop talking. Just do your content. Get that God, Bible, Christian stuff. Just stop that, because now we see you fool. If you don't know what fool is, you fake. You a phony. You a hypocrite. You can't tell nobody nothing. You can't admonish nobody. You can't do none of that when you doing this on a live stream. When you doing this on a live stream, you can't do none of that, big dog. When you drinking Bacardi Lemon, when you pouring up Bacardi on a live stream, when you pouring up Bacardi on a live stream, you see how you reach for the Bacardi? You see how you reach for it? See how you poured it up on the live stream? When you reaching and you pouring up Bacardi on the live stream, then you can't say nothing to nobody. Somebody left a nice little super chat. I had a customer say he only wanted certain items padded. I explained the risk and he agreed. When we got to the storage, 2 items he said he didn't want pads for got scratched. He started saying me and him never had that conversation. Lesson learned. Here's somebody that left $100 super chat, probably because they were moved by what I said earlier. Why? Because it resonated with them. I appreciate that, Sunday Raps. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Sweet.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's why customers aren't always right. Customers will tell you one thing and then act like they never said it. They'll lie to you in your face. Hospitality is one thing. Logistics is another. Hospitality, the food ain't hot. All right, we'll take it back and put it in the oven. We'll make another steak for you. The room ain't clean. I want fresh pillows. I want fresh sheets. All right, we'll send some new pillows up. We'll send some new bedding up. We'll send some fresh towels up. I get all of that. That's hospitality. Being hospitable, right? Logistics, customer ain't always right. 2 different industries. Once again, I appreciate that $100 super chat. All right, on that note, CJ, I think we're done here. Probably be in your best interest to just leave me alone. All right?